Hi everybody, and welcome to this next video in which I'm looking at warm-up exercises. Yes, I'm still working on the lesson videos and I'm putting those together. I'll have one out very soon. But today I want to do two videos. One is on warm-up exercises, this one, and I'm also going to do one on probably the best thing that I've bought after buying a guitar. So watch out for that one coming soon. But today, warm-up exercises, and I'll be right back in just a moment. So, warm-up exercises, probably one of the most important things in my mind, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video at the beginning of this video series, at the beginning of my guitar journey. Why they're so important to me, I need to go back a few years. I was coaching archery. In fact, I was shooting archery at the time, and on this particular day, we were going to a tournament, myself and my daughter. We were both shooting, and we got caught in traffic on the way there, so we arrived late. And whilst I set up my daughter's bow, I made her do her warm-up exercises. Now, we bang on about warm-up exercises in the coaching courses. We supervise them, we make sure people do them. So I knew that I needed to do a warm-up, but by the time I'd actually set my bow up, the tournament was about to start and I didn't have time. I didn't make time. Whatever, I didn't do the warm-up exercise. So I start shooting, and about 15-20 minutes or so into the shoot, there was this big bang, and the guy who was shooting behind me stopped shooting, tapped me on the shoulder, and he said, "Are you alright, mate?" No, I wasn't. I'd actually ripped the ligaments in my shoulder here. It put me out for a good 6 months. But more than that, it actually stopped me from shooting because I'd just lost all confidence. So I know the importance of doing warm-ups for sports, and I've come to believe that they are also very important when you're playing the guitar. And some of that has come from online research when I've been looking at videos, and people have been talking about hand issues and carpal tunnel issues and all sorts of things. And some of the exercises that I've introduced into my warm-up are from those people that have had trouble, and these are the exercises that they have been taught to introduce into their practice regime and before performing and the like. Now, I should qualify this video. I'm not a professional in this area. I have no professional qualifications in this area, and everything that I am saying is from a personal point of view. What works for me, and my advice to you will be always to go and seek your own professional advice on the exercises that you should be doing before you start your guitar lessons. So either talk to your tutor if, like me, you've got a tutor, or if you're working online, again, it comes down to you. This is a downside with the online tutorials. It comes down to you to work out what is going to be right for you, or you're going to have to go and see your own chosen specialist, whoever. But go and take some advice, but do something, because a year or so later you don't want to be going for surgery or having sort of issues. So my warm-up exercises, because I've got shoulder problems, when I move around they crack like mad. I'm getting old, but also to do with this issue in my shoulder, which I still feel from time to time, especially on cold winter mornings. So the first thing I do is I go back to my archery days, and I start off with some very basic upper body. So posture up, and normally I do this standing up, but put my hand on the back of my shoulder here, my arm across my body, and I just ease that over, and you can feel the tension in here, and I just ease that over, not any pressure, just 10 or 15 seconds of just holding it, just so that you can feel it on your back. And then just relax, and I do the same on the other side. Just easing my shoulder over, keeping your back straight. Don't twist, that's not going to work. Just keep your back straight and just reach across. The other one that I do is I put my hands together and I raise them above my head, so I stretch up. Again, this is just working all my shoulders, And then again, if I just turn just down, I get hold of my wrist and just turn around, so my wrist there, and I just ease my shoulder over so that you can feel this here now. And I just pull that off to one side, and then the same on the other side, just ease that over. So literally all I'm doing behind my back is I've got my hand on my wrist and I'm just easing that over. So that's all I really do for my upper body strength. With regards to, and you don't necessarily need to do that, but with regards to the guitar exercises, some of these you can do while you're watching TV or working all sorts of times, so it's quite good. But the first one that I do is I just get my hand on my upper fingers, arms straight, and I just ease back, just so that you can feel some pressure in your wrist. And I just hold that, just not so that it hurts, but just so that you can feel it pull. And I hold that for 10 or 15 seconds, and then I'll do the same on the other side. So keep my arm straight and just pull back on your fingers. For the camera, I'm just bringing my hands in a little bit closer, but for this one I'll keep my arm out and you can see there. You just feel it in here. And then the other way, arm straight, put your hand on the back of your palm, so it's just on the back here, ease it back so that you've got your hand at right angles, and again, arm out straight, and just a little bit of pressure, just so that you can feel the burn in here. Okay, and then just swap over, and the same with the other hand. And again, I'm just easing it backwards, so then you can feel your ligament stretching and you can feel the burn in the back of your wrist. Okay, now one of the other things that I tend to do when I'm walking around town very often is I walk around with my fingers spread out to work on the spread. People probably think I'm completely mad, but I often do that, and you can just feel it in your fingers and in your hands on that one. Very, very straightforward. But when I'm sitting down watching television, and before I actually start doing my routine, I go a little bit further. So for each of my fingers, I put my fingers of the other hand in, and I just ease my fingers apart, just very, very gently. Now when I first started doing this, I was only getting 3 fingers in there. Now I'm up to 4 and just spreading them. And all you do is just spread them so that you can feel it, not so that it hurts, but just so that you can feel it. And then you can just ease your fingers apart just to give a little bit more of a spread. And again on the other one. Now when you're easing it, just ease it just once. Don't do, don't keep doing this, because basically you're going to put pressure where it's not needed. So you just put your fingers in, hold that for 10 or 15 seconds, and you'll be able to spread some fingers more than others. Okay, and then we go on to the other hand. Exactly the same, just hold it for 10 or 15 seconds, and I'm doing that on each of my fingers, just in turn. Just going through a little bit quick for the video. You don't want to sit here and watch me do this. Now I spend a lot of time on a computer keyboard, so my fingers are quite nimble, but if they aren't, then you could just work on moving your fingers around. That just gets the blood flow, so some people could do that at the very beginning. But the finger spread one is great for when you're sitting down watching television. And then the one that hurts, this is the hard one for me. If you put your hands together, your palms together, and make sure that the bases of your palms meet, so almost as if you're praying. And then what you want to do is to bring your hands down in front of you and push your elbows out. And you'll feel a real burn, a real stretch here. Now again, do not sit there doing this, because this puts undue pressure and strain and you can cause yourself injury. So just ease that down very, very gently. And if you can, relax your shoulders, bring your shoulders down. When I was doing this, I was like this. That's introducing tension, just need to be relaxed and just bring your hands down. And then when you get them down into that area and you've held them there for 10 or 15 seconds, they'll probably really start burning. Shouldn't be hurting, but it should be burning a bit. And then just relax your wrists. And then we'll come back into that position. And this time, without rotating your body, imagine that your elbow, you're nudging the person next to you. So you just move your hands across your body and you'll really feel it in here, which is really good. That's what you're looking for. Again, I'm not bouncing, none of this bouncing. Just ease your elbow out. And then we come back into the same position and we'll go out the other way. Try and keep your shoulders down. You see my shoulders came up then? Try and keep your shoulders down. If your shoulders do come up, just reset, come down and just push out again. And make sure that you're going outwards and not round to the back. So you're just coming out. And you'll be feeling this in here this time. And again, hold that for 10, 15 seconds, whatever feels comfortable. And then the one that really gets me is we come down into that same sort of prayer position. We then invert your hands. If you can get them right round, brilliant. If like me, you're stiff, go around as far as you can without hurting and with your shoulders down. Try not to bring your shoulders up. Remember, all this is about relaxing. You don't want tension and stress in your body. So you come around and then just ease them up towards your chin. Or if you're really stiff and they're outwards, just try bringing them into your body. When you can get them into your body, so there, and try and keep them rotated, but when you can get them into your body there, then start to bring them up. Lower your shoulders, start to bring them up. And again, you should now feel the burn in both of your wrists. Remember just to shake them out and relax at the end. And I usually finish off just with a couple more, just for 3 or 4 seconds. Backwards and forwards. And then just one last spread of the fingers. Pretty much like that, just for a second or two. And then we're done. We're into practicing. And if you do that, then you should be nicely warmed up. If you look at your fingers, mine are actually quite red. Where I've got the blood flow, they feel quite warm. And I'm ready to start playing. And hopefully, no proof of this, but hopefully I won't be one of those 26,000 people that went to hospital last year with guitar-related injuries, tendonitis and the like. So that's my warm-up that I do before every single practice. And when I go for my lesson, I end up getting to my lesson probably about 15-20 minutes before it's actually due, because it's a little bit of a drive. And I sit there for 15 minutes just doing these warm-ups before I go in for my lesson. So when we go in, we're straight into the lesson and I'm nicely warmed up. Hope you enjoy this video and find it useful. Please remember to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video in which we're looking at my practice amp. See you then. Bye bye.